so I asked you, what specifically do you like about this person, right? And it spawned this discussion with us. But I asked that question. I don't mean to dilute the importance of that question, Carrie, but I ask that question to people a lot when they say things like, "Oh, I like so and so." I'm like, what specifically do you like about so and so? And there's a couple, I would call them maybe red flags that are indicative that you're not really being conscious and analyzing your friends. And the two red flags that I see the most, and the response I hate the most, is when someone says, "Oh, he's nice," right? I hate nice as an attribute to describe someone, because usually they don't mean nice. If they do mean nice, and they're not a sadist way, okay, that's great, but that's a pretty low bar for a friendship. I mean, it's a hey, they're lacking this deplorable trait. Like, all right, whoop-de-doo. But that's not usually what people mean when they say nice. They usually mean like they're either conflict avoidant, which is actually hugely problematic and will cause bigger problems later and is inauthentic, or they mean they flatter well, which is like also inauthentic and a manipulative thing to do. So one of my pet peeves is when people describe like, "Oh, what do you like about so-and-so? They're really nice." It's like, you're not even thinking about this at all. Nice is just one of these platitudes. It's like this stupid throwaway word that doesn't really mean anything. And you're using it to justify a friendship you haven't thought about.
No, but some people are nice. And I also, what I mean by that is, because I agree with you, I don't think it's a virtue or anything. Like, I think in the past, I probably would have been described as nice. And there's something wrong with that. If people describe you as nice, you don't really have any opinions. You don't really stand for anything that makes anyone uncomfortable or that doesn't bother anyone.
You're conflict avoidant.
You're conflict avoidant, and you don't really stand for anything. It's like, so nice people, I'm like, what are you hiding? Or like, why are you trying to please everyone? Why are you trying to be a people?
Maybe they're not even hiding anything. They're just, like, niceness definitely falls into the meh category of like, oh, so you're just like, don't believe in anything. You just try and make nice with everyone. Like, that's uninteresting. I'm not going to grow from that. Right? That's not going to challenge me to be a better person. That's going to like make me feel icky.
And then there's a big difference between
help me.
There's a big difference between being nice and being kind. Kind is a virtue. I know very kind people. I know a few very kind people. It doesn't mean they're nice. I have a problem with that word too. That's funny.
Yeah. The other red flag that I've got is, and I want to explain this one because in and of itself, it sounds fine. I'll ask and people will say, well, they're a good person, right? I'm like, oh, that sounds fine, right? But often we get into a conversation and it's like, oh, he's a good person. Sometimes he lies to me. He cheats on me. He stole from me. He once kicked my puppy. But like deep down, he's a good person. And I think like people go, they forgive, like, and I hear this all the time. We're like, oh, this person's really great. Like, what's great about them? Oh, they're really honest. Aren't we talking about how they cheated on you? Well, yeah, but I mean, other than that, they're really honest. I'm like, what? So they're honest with the baker at the store? Like, honestly, like, I would rather them do white lies on the phone and not lie for the big things. So there's this like weird kind of people just hang these attributes on people and then seem to not notice any of the behavior that runs contrary to those attributes. And I think that's really dangerous. If you catch yourself calling someone who's lying and cheating on you like a good person, you're stuck in this quagmire of not really thinking about it rationally.